as you move to SaaS, as agencies move to SaaS, more of their user base or more of their client base is just getting hit with an ad, looking at a funnel, reading the funnel, finding stuff that's interesting to them, signing up, and getting thrown into HighLevel, where the HighLevel. Then this small business owner who is most likely most of the time not technical, is all of a sudden thrown into a massive platform that has a lot of power in it, but it also has a learning curve. So what we've done is we've taken that experience and built bite-sized, unobtrusive, highly contextual guides that the small business owner now, when they log into HighLevel, gets a tour of page by page, section by section of the app, who's who, what each thing does, and then they can recall it at will, or they can dismiss it if they don't want to see it.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the HighLevel Spotlight Sessions, where we showcase awesome marketers doing awesome marketing. Today, I'm psyched to be joined by Andrew and Sergio from ChatHQ. Guys, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
It's been a little while since we've connected, and I'm sure you guys have knocked out a ton of upgrades for ChatHQ. And I know you've got a ton of new stuff to talk about as well, but let's start with an update on ChatHQ. What have you guys been up to since we last spoke?
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Serge, do you want to
Besides Andrew winning iPads.
Yeah,
that was
still
fun.
Use it every day.
Yes, he does. Yeah. On the product side at ChatHQ, we've been busy at work, adding a new UI for our live chat.
Well, first of all, let's take a step back for people who didn't see the first interview. What is ChatHQ?
Right. So ChatHQ is a communication platform. It is standalone, but it's also very friendly to iframes and embedding. Its main goals are eliminating email and SMS for internal communication, and to the extent that it makes sense, for client communication as well. It helps agencies and the brands that they serve optimize internal communication, team communication, client communication, capture leads. It integrates very, very easily with HighLevel. We're super excited about that, and we've got some nice things coming on the way. But it also can work standalone. So like where you would go and find and use the big names like oh my god,
Slack,
Intercom, Slack, that type of stuff. But like especially Intercom, for example, where you have a real live chat on the website, or you're using Crisp, or using some of these other solutions that may seem that they're really cost effective when you're studying, but as you scale, they'll kill you on per seat pricing. Our pricing is also very friendly to agencies, and we have white labeling or branding as one of our core things.
We took a page out of HighLevel's book, essentially, right?
Sure.
Like give as much value and features and things like that as possible for a lower cost, not a per user price.
Right.
And so it sounds like you guys basically took kind of the HighLevel chat widget and Slack/Intercom and kind of like built, if the three of those had a baby, it's ChatHQ.
Yeah. So here's the common use case. When you use a HighLevel chat widget, it gives the visitor of the website the impression that they get a live session, but it has the benefit of, if the visitor doesn't want to have a live chat right there, they gave you their phone number or their email, depending on how you configure it. Our live chat widget can behave that way. You can configure it to force people to submit information, and then you get a notification, a webhook into HighLevel, tag contact, create the contact in HighLevel. Or if you have the people to power the chat, or if you have an agency, a partner, and a white label service provider that can power that chat for you, then it gives you a full contact center with sessions, metrics for the session, like time to first message, time to ticket resolution, all of that fun stuff that that larger companies care about when they're running live chat widgets.
Got it.
It also can be embedded into any website, and the backend, so the agent UI, can be embedded inside of HighLevel as well. And we actually do that as a floating window that the agent can carry around. So like if they're serving a customer or a visitor of the website, and they have the session open in the floating window, that is, we call it the Floatie trademark, inside of HighLevel, then they can browse HighLevel, they can change the page that they're in, they can go and search for information within HighLevel without losing that context and without having to switch tabs. So
nice.
It's a nice little productivity hack, and we like to use it that way.
Awesome. So what's the URL on that? ChatHQ?
www.chathq.io.
.io. Got it. Cool. So since we last spoke about ChatHQ, we
ChatHQ.
have made a ton of ground in SaaS mode, right? We've seen, thousands of agencies move into it since we last spoke, I believe. And with that, we're super excited because we feel like we're seeing the revolution happen. Like it's rolling. Like people are talking about this idea, and it's no longer this like crazy idea. It's, whoa, this is actually something pretty awesome that's going on here. And
right on the money.
With this has come the need for a bigger level of community support, right? And so folks like you guys have been out there building sort of ancillary tools and guides and things to help people in the journey into kind of the pivot, as I like to call it, into SaaS plus services as opposed to just traditional services. So talk to me about what you guys have been up to.
Yeah. So we had a need internally for ChatHQ as a business to onboard, educate customers, things like that. So we found some software. We partnered with a startup who offers interactive help guides. And we start building, and I'm like, okay, well, we need funding for ChatHQ. We're not going after VC money or anything like that. Like, how can we start drumming up some money for development? And we're like, well, let's just build these guides as a white labeled software, like a content subscription for white labeled GHL agencies. So that's what we did. And it just kept growing. We have like 70 plus guides. So we have like one in pretty much every section that allows it. There's some sections that don't. And then we have like a bunch of individual guides that we're building into each section. So there's multiple guides per section. And then, as that was growing, people were really,
what do you mean by section? Like area of HighLevel?
Area of HighLevel, yeah. So essentially we'll have a full overview guide for the reputation section. So what we do is we go like, hey, press this start guide button, start help guide button. Okay. Once they press it, they're going to get prompted with like a section overview paragraph. And then it's going to say, hey, do you want to start an interactive tour? So you say yes. And then it goes through like button by button and tells people, hey, this is this does this is this, right? All that fun stuff. Nice. And the idea is like, we saw competitors building knowledge bases, which we actually have now, and I'll get to that in a minute, but we saw the knowledge bases, and HighLevel's got their full, knowledge base, and they got a bunch of YouTube videos and all that stuff, but there's not much on like, this button does this. Like I've been using HighLevel since, I think 2018, like the end of 2018 going into 2019. And there's never been something that says, click this button. And I'm a self-starter. I hit the ground running when I was 20 with SEO and websites and WordPress. And so I've been that person to like find the answer. But for HighLevel, there's not a lot of people like that, right? I mean, there is, but there's so many people at SaaS that like, hey, I have so much bandwidth. I need to focus on sales. I need to focus on my team. I don't have time to figure this out. I don't have time to Google it, right? And so like the little things is what we focused on. We focused on really educating, really providing that security blanket for people that just want to know exactly what some button does in the corner of the screen, right? And so we just go through that whole thing in the tours. So yeah, every section that allows it, we have guides right now. I think a couple that don't is workflows, email builder, funnel builder. They're like the applications are built behind an iframe, and so we can't like target the buttons on the screen essentially. But yeah, we'll have guides that will show GIFs or something, changes it up.
So-
Very cool.
Here's the gist. Here's how I try to explain it to someone who has no idea what this is about. As you move to SaaS, as agencies move to SaaS, more of their user base or more of their client base is just getting hit with an ad, looking at a funnel, reading the funnel, finding stuff that's interesting to them, signing up, and getting thrown into HighLevel, where the white level, HighLevel. Then this small business owner, who is most likely most of the time not technical,
Sure.
is all of a sudden thrown into a massive platform that has a lot of power in it, but it also has a learning curve. So what we've done is we've taken that experience and built bite-sized, unobtrusive, highly contextual guides that the small business owner now, when they log into HighLevel, gets a tour of page by page, section by section of the app, who's who, what each thing does, and then they can recall it at will, or they can dismiss it if they don't want to see. So now, instead of having your small business owner client go and read a lot of documentation or sift through a bunch of videos, you can just let them into the app and let them go through the tour for the screen of the app that they are going to be using. And they don't have to worry about everything else on the platform. They just need to focus on the one screen that you told them to go and learn how to use.
That's great. I mean, it's a huge need for, especially a lot of agency owners like the idea of going into SaaS mode, but they're scared of the support side of it. They're like, I don't want to have to be answering questions about the platform because I don't really know the platform inside and out myself. And so let's talk about the guides in a sec, or the library, but you guys actually have in-app modals that can walk them through this, does this, and da-da-da. So that's awesome. So talk to me about the library.
Yeah. So the birth of the guides was really from trying to teach people they don't need to pay someone for some call center for support or email ticketing or something like that, right? So reducing the need for customer support. And as we build the guides out, we're like, okay, well, why not just build out an entire knowledge base that uses like the same type of information in the guides restructured for a knowledge base. And then we can obviously add so much more because the knowledge base pages are can be long or robust or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And it's already proven that knowledge bases, especially white labeled, are popular. And so it just added another weapon to our arsenal to help reduce the need for support. Like literally drop your customer in. They have touch by touch, click by click guides. And when they're confused, they go to our knowledge base or your specific knowledge base. It has like your URL and everything, and then search. And so we start building that. It's gigantic. If we can, we'll show a little bit of it here soon. But we have like, we have like CRM sections, like overview sections. And then we have like advanced training where like my goal, and this is obviously, it's an evolution, it's in process, but my goal is to have a page for every single workflow action, every single workflow trigger, have videos for every single one. Like there is nothing that you can search in HighLevel, like even the white label ones, that is not findable in our knowledge base. And we host on Gitbook. And so if anybody's familiar with Gitbook, it's super robust for API documentation. And it's a very like easily organized and easily searchable knowledge base structure. And so anyone can just go in, search something, and find exactly what they're looking for. Yeah.
So where the user guides and the interactive tours are very contextual and are very good at keeping the small business owner user of the platform focused on one task, then the supplement or the companion to that is the knowledge base, where this is how I handle contacts. This is how I import contacts, or this is where I import contacts. Okay, but I need more. And then the knowledge base goes into detail, every nook and cranny of the sections that you're looking at. And the beauty of it is it's highly discoverable. It's cataloged, organized with a navigation, with a full text search over the whole knowledge base. And then lately, we've been also featuring videos created by our partners. And I'm not gonna say a lot about that because I know that Andrew has some stuff to say there, but super awesome. We're super lucky to have partners that are experts at the things that they do and the way that they use HighLevel. And now they're putting that knowledge into the knowledge base and expanding it with professional video, teaching people how to do stuff on the platform and how to go above and beyond what they would be able to get by themselves just by reading an article.
Yeah. So before we kind of dive into any like showing the products or platforms, a couple of concerns or things that we get asked a lot is, okay, hey, Andrew, hey, Serge, I bought the guides. Are my customers going to see all of them? Like I turn off certain sections for my customers in SaaS. And that's for the guides. As long as they don't have access to the section, they never see that guide, right? So they're never going to get prompted to like go set up reputation management if we don't give it to them as a SaaS offer, right? Because it's scoped by the section, and HighLevel uses URL based like sections, like viewing of each section by URL. So ideally, once you navigate to that section, then you get the button to press and then you see the guide. So that's like one thing that a lot of people ask, right? Now, the flip side of that with the knowledge base, they see everything. But the really cool part about it is everyone that's asked me, like, what do I do? Like, I don't want my customers seeing this. And I just tell them, listen, just upsell them, right? Like, they're like, oh, I didn't know I could do this. Okay, well, that's only for my 497 customers. That's only for my 997 customers. Okay, we just made you an extra $500 a month. You're welcome. You know what I mean? So
exactly,
it's pretty cool.
Nice. Well, do you guys want to flip on a screen share and show us what some of this looks like?
Yeah,
sure.
Andrew, let me share the user guide in HighLevel.
Oh, hold on. Yeah. I got it all pulled up already, sir. Just give me one sec.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, bud. I got it on Edge because Chrome's having issues today.
Oh yes. Not a good day to be on Google Chrome.
Nope.
No, what happened?
I apparently a release. It's forcing
black screens.
Mode, and it's messing up a bunch of websites.
I thought it was GHL this morning, and I made a post, and Robin reached out to me. He's like, "Yo," Andrew, what's going on? I know, dude. I was so scared. Both my websites were showing like black all over them, and I was freaking out, dude. It was hair on fire moment. Okay.
Well, thanks, Chrome.
I know, for real.
Okay, cool. So this modal is you guys.
This is us. Yep. So this is the first thing they're going to see when they enter the workspace. This is the welcome to the workspace. They're only going to see it once. This one is non-reviewable. Like they can't go back and watch this one again. We just made it the first one they see. It's automatic. And then obviously as they go through, we're like, hey, this is super important. Make sure you click that start help guide button whenever you want to see a tour in that section. And then we start going through the components, right? And we say like, hey, click this button. Then you got the account selection. Okay, click this for global search, so on and so forth, right? And then as we go through, now we're saying, okay, well, I don't know, let's go into conversations. Okay, so now let's just go to a test one here. And if we click this button, boom, it's scoped to conversations, right? And then we're telling people, hey, listen, don't forget, go back to this tab and this secondary tab if you ever want to get back to this section. And then we start going through all the section components, right? And so, as we go through, there are some variable views. And what I mean by that is they're going to see different things. For example, if they see this view here, if they, click on SMS and then they keep going, they're going to see a little bit different of a guide because it starts to identify the different elements on the screen, right? Nice. But if they click on email, now they're going to see different steps that are in the email builder, right? And we're going to go back and these are, like I said before, all this is like an evolving product because it's all content based. So maybe we go back and we say, click this button to see all the SMS, click this button to see all the email. But the cool thing is all that's in the knowledge base anyway. So if they ever have a question secondary to the guide itself, sorry for the cat, they could just go into the knowledge base. So now, like I said, it's in every section. And then down here, we have the knowledge base. So we tell people to embed it into their side nav. So you just click into here and it'll pull it up. I do have it up here as well. But here is the knowledge base. And so as you can see, we have the very organized sidebar. And as we start to click into the sidebar, we're going as deep as like sending messages, right? Like talking about sending specific messages, templates, trigger links, the works. And let's go into a section that has a video and we'll talk about our partners a little bit too. Let's see, sites, funnels. Okay, so as you can see, jumped into a site, have a video, or I'm sorry, a section, sites, funnels, have a video. As we go through these sections, we have videos on each tab. So this is like the steps tab, stats tab, sales, settings, one video per section. And what we did was we built a partner program, just grabbed a few big name GHL people. We got, they'd be mad at me if I didn't mention them. Todd Mobley, we got the GHL guy. We got Todd Westra from Moku. We got Rebecca from CRM Done Better. We got Ben. I'm not saying everyone's last name, so I don't want to butcher him, but we got Benjamin from, I don't know what business he's in, but you see him all over HighLevel. He's a great salesman. He does a lot of real estate stuff. And then we have Becky Duvall, and they're just so good at creating videos and creating content. And that's how we started this entire white label video platform inside the knowledge base, is saying, we don't have the time and the bandwidth or the team to do it ourselves. So let's get people that want to, build this with us, get all the benefits that we're giving them to help us, and get their name out there as partners at ChatHQ, and show people like how good they are at building things in HighLevel, right? Like, hey, I know exactly what I'm doing in email builder. Look at all my videos. Like, I'm teaching people how to do this, So yeah, that's kind of where it's at today. And it's just going to keep going. Like if I click, like I was telling you, if I click into workflows, I mean, I could just keep going, like look at all these, and so they're not all done yet, right? It's a work in progress, but we're just adding content every single week. We have a change log and we're tracking all of our content changes every single week. We send out through a workflow, we send out links, tell people, hey, check your knowledge base this week. We just added this, right? We added all these different sections. So
nice. And so you guys also mentioned that you've kind of bundled this all up into a snapshot.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's.
Wait, hold on, Andrew. Before we go there, let me show Chase what I wanted to show him, because I'm super excited about it. And this is not shipping today, but it's one of the things that are coming. Chase, in our previous call, I showed you the Floatie, which is. Are you seeing the screen?
No, we're seeing your other
my
screen.
desktop.
Yeah, your desktop.
Crud. Okay, just give me a moment here, and it's gonna be this one. Now.
There we go.
Yep.
Okay, so I showed you the Floatie, right? Which is we trigger it from here, and you can expand it, and that's the full ChatHQ experience. But what's coming next is the Help Center. That's a Floatie.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So like if you're in conversations, for example, then you can search for conversations, and there you go, full text search.
Yeah,
nice. crossing my fingers. What I hope to get also in the future, in the next release of this integration, is that whenever people navigate across pages in HighLevel, if they have this Floatie open, that we automatically navigate to the section, like the help section for that. But even without that, the Floatie gives them the same experience of a help center, only in a floating window.
Do me a favor, Serge. Do me a favor.
Yep.
Go to automation and workflows. And just click in a test workflow for me.
Okay. Like this.
Yep. And boom. So look at that. Now people can search different workflow actions, find out what the heck they're doing in workflows while they're in workflows without ever going to a different tab.
Yeah,
they can
literally bounce back and forth.
Right. They can watch videos of how we set up recipes or workflows or whatever while they're setting it up themselves.
Yeah, that's very cool. Nice work. So that's not quite done yet, but coming soon.
Yeah, it's done internally, and we just have to. We're working on a management portal for ChatHQ, and in the management portal, we'll have like a lead connector section where everybody that's a ChatHQ customer, whatever product you have a subscription for, you'll have like the full experience of customizing your widgets or whatever you're bringing into HighLevel based on location and agency IDs and stuff like that. So once we get that done, we're going to release it so that everyone has the customization abilities.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Now tell me about this snapshot.
Yeah. So, well, what we're doing is snapshots. So what you just saw was, we call it the ultimate GHL bundle, the ultimate GHL support bundle. Okay. So if you go to our websites, actually, I might as well just share my screen and show you here. So if you go to the website for this, it's separate. We separate it from ChatHQ because, it was getting confusing because it wasn't really, it was just like on the side, it was a side product. So I built a whole new website for it, and I'm pretty proud of that, but neither here nor there. So you're here, and it's like, if you click on get started, it's going to be the ultimate GHL support bundle. Now that's the interactive guides and the knowledge base. Okay. Mm-hmm. But what we also have coming, and I'll just show you the page. I mean, it's not done yet, but I'm building it right now, is snapshots. So we do offer email support ticketing snapshot for free. It's just a snapshot we use internally. So you don't have to use like Freshdesk. Everything comes into GHL, and we've set it up to where you can like respond to emails in a ticket thread. They have a unique ticket ID number, so on and so forth. But then,
cool.
Yeah. And all we're doing really, Chase, is like, we're building a software company, right? ChatHQ is a software company. It's not GHL SaaS. And we're building snapshots like free trial onboarding, cancellation requests, testimonial requests that we use internally, that we're building our company around, that GHL SaaS is just going to need. I mean, like people have literally asked us a million times, how do I handle cancellations in GHL? Just use our cancellation request snapshot. Like I put people through a form. It has conditional logic, or a survey has conditional logic. Then I get all the information I need about why they're canceling. I try to deter them from canceling. Like there's a whole process behind it, right?
For sure.
And the legitimacy of it is that we're doing it internally already for a company. We're not just selling a snapshot. Like, I'm a marketer. I have a marketing agency, right? And I do all that stuff too, but I do it as a software company first. I don't do it as a marketing agency selling to a bunch of people that, I know exactly what I'm doing because I'm doing it in real life. That's the difference.
So these are proven processes that you're bringing into the HighLevel world.
Right.
I'd love to see the free ticketing thing and how that works, because that's pretty cool if you don't have to go pay for a ticketing software.
Yeah, essentially it's we have to connect the API to really make it like the strongest it possibly can be. But as of today, we're just creating a new ticket based on a survey. We assign a unique ID to it. And then we create a process where you can always find that thread, that email thread, and always respond to that ticket inside the email thread, and then just move it through an opportunity funnel to close it. Right. So it's a cool process. It works really well for us. We use ChatHQ internally for all the communication. So we push like a webhook, push it into ChatHQ. We respond internally and discuss the ticket. And then we go into HighLevel if we need to like push out communication to the customer.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm super excited about this free trial onboarding snapshot. Something that came from all the guides is this free trial snapshot. Essentially what we do internally is when you sign up for ChatHQ, we send you all these emails when you're onboarding. And in the emails, we have deep links that go into ChatHQ. And when you visit the page that we want you to, it starts a guide. So that guide's not visible like when you're just browsing ChatHQ, but when you click on the email link, that's when it pops up the guide. And it seems pretty basic, right? Like it seems like, oh, well, I signed up for Notion and Notion did that. Or I signed up for Slack or something, and they did that because they're hundreds of millions of dollars richer than us, and the idea here is we're going to build this out for GHL. So we're going to package this, sell it to people. They're going to have a 14-day onboarding sequence for email that has sales text and everything else that's included, plus the deep link. When they click on it, it's going to take them to that section, whether it's integrations, reputation management, whatever it is, and it walks them through that. So once you're a subscriber of our side products, the GHL support bundle and you buy this onboarding snapshot, they're just going to be like a marriage made in heaven, right?
Very cool.
Yep.
What do you think is the ETA around that?
Well, as Sean would say, soon, very soon. So it really is. I have it all built for ChatHQ. It's been built. I went back and I redid all the emails in the email builder. They were all text for a while. And then all I have to do is just repurpose the content for GHL. So I gathered some data, and if anybody's watching this, if you want to send me your, perspective or your opinion on what should be in the 14-day trial, I gathered some initial feedback. I have some ideas on what to include, because really we only sent 10 emails in 14 days. And they're very specific, right? We want to make sure that we take them from point A to point Z through the process so they get onboarded. So if you have any opinions, shoot them my way. I guess I'll drop a link in the once you post this, I'll let people know where to reach me.
Okay, great. So let's do a quick recap, because I know we looked at a lot of stuff and some of it is available now and some of it's coming soon.
Mhm.
So what can people get right now of what they saw today?
Yep. Right now you can get the ultimate GHL support bundle. It's $149 a month. And specifically for the spotlight session, because we love you, Chase, we're reopening our LTD because it was super popular. So we're giving people a lifetime deal for the same cost as a yearly subscription. So yearly subscriptions, $12.97. So we give you, honestly, I did the math the other day and I think I messed it up, but I had to stick with it because I already made it public.
You pay for 10 months.
No, it's less than 10 months, dude. I'm telling you, I did the math. It's like 8 months. So it's like the cost of 8 months of a subscription and you get a lifetime deal. It's wonky. So $12.97 and you get a lifetime subscription. And then you will be able to download, just anyone that goes to our website can download the support ticketing snapshot. It's the first CTA right under the header. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We have to give you, Chase, or give everyone watching this a specific URL for the LTD. We're going to get that out as soon as we're off this call, and make sure that you have that for anyone watching this or anyone, watching the replay or, well, this isn't live. So
yeah, by the time you're watching this, it'll be in the description below.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
And of course, also, they can go to www.chathq.io. There's a selection of pricing tiers for the ChatHQ platform for internal communication, client communication, live chat, with high-level integrations. And very, very soon, I know Andrew's going to be mad at me for saying this, but I'm super excited about it. We're going to be bundling N8N, which is a workflow building, drag and drop workflow building solution.
Yep.
It's a 10,000. We said 10,000 executions a month, Andrew.
Yep. So
10,000 executions a month included in the ChatHQ Pro or agency plan. And if people wanted unlimited, of course they would have like an upsell. But every ChatHQ plan in the Pro and agency tiers are gonna get an N8N workspace. And this, if you're not familiar with N8N, it's a
Zapier replacement. It's like Integromat. It's
full
super
Zapier
robust.
Integromat replacement.
Okay.
We're building full Go high-level API compatible notes, so people can build here and integrate with other platforms. Full ChatHQ API support to like create chats, add people to chat. Like for example, there's a very requested flow for when someone gets granted an offer, then create a channel or add them to a channel where everyone who bought that offer or who got granted that offer can interact with each other. So full ChatHQ automation capabilities, full Go high level automation capabilities, location level and agency level, and then up to 180 other applications that N8N supports. And of course, open for suggestions for other software that might not be included that we would include if enough people want them.
I think not to overwhelm people, a good way to think about this is we're replacing Slack for you. Okay. So ChatHQ is replacing Slack. It's replacing email and text message for all your team and client communication. We're replacing Zapier for you with N8N. And we're giving you a ton of free executions every single month. And we're going to give you drag and drop or copy and paste stuff to make it super, super simple. Okay. The next thing we're going to replace is we got a whole bunch of stuff down the line, but live chat. So we're going to replace whatever live chat you're using. We're going to make it work right with your GHL. So if you're already using GHL's chat widget, we're going to make it work in the same way that it already does. So nothing changes in your business. And then we're talking about GHL support with the other side products, the ultimate support bundle. We're going to replace the need for email support ticketing, or like reduce it by 90%. And then just give you a whole bunch of cool stuff to give all your customers, right? Like snapshots and all that fun stuff.
Very cool. I have to check out that N8N. You know,
It's so much fun, dude.
So they have
Integromat
a
drives me
cloud.
nuts. I feel like it's the most confusing thing. Like I sat there for like a half an hour trying to save something I built. I'm like, how do I just turn it on? Like, how do I save this? And like, is it on? But I never heard of
And
N8N.
to make matters worse, they just rebranded. So now it's called something different. Like
Make.
I think.
Yeah, it makes me crazy. That's what it is.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
They rebranded it.
They just rebranded a couple days ago. So yeah, it's if for people who have used Integromat or Probably Connect before, it's that same type of interface. It's a bit more advanced than Zapier. It's drag and drop building on a 2D surface. You build a workflow. Like if you're familiar with Funalytics, it feels a lot like Funalytics. And with a bunch of presets and workflows and a gallery of solutions and snapshots to supplement the ultimate support bundle, to supplement automating people into ChatHQ, but also to any other software that people might be using that makes sense, that we already have, N8N already has, or that we will add. N8N has a cloud subscription, just like Zapier and Integromat and Probably do. We're
basically giving people like beyond the $50 tier for free. So you sign up for ChatHQ, you're getting the $50 a month tier, except it's even better because they restrict like the amount of workflows you can have. So I think 20. It's like 20 or 50 or something. And so we're just going to throw the whole barn at people and just say, here, just take everything, because at the end of the day, we're going to be hosting on our AWS. And so what we're trying to do is just give as much value as possible. And we're basically partnering with N8N. They have like a partnership agreement, a licensing agreement. We're not trying to rebrand it or hide it. And we're saying, here's everything in N8N. You get it for free, basically, when you sign up for ChatHQ, and you can always upgrade to the unlimited plan. It's going to help us because it gives everyone the capability of automation that we don't want to build for people like marketers that need that type of automation. And it gives us the flexibility of building things internally in N8N for our application that would just run in the background and connect seamlessly with their N8N. So there's a whole bunch of benefits. So giving it to people for free is like the last thing we're worried about, right? We just think it's going to make everything better. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm sure a lot of people, I'm always surprised at how many people like hate Zapier with a passion. It's like, whoa, what did Zapier ever do? Other than the fact that it's a little expensive, or it can be, but that's cool. I'd never heard of N8N before. I have to check that out.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, well, I mentioned before we recorded, but sneak attack at the end of the summary, things that are coming to ChatHQ, the workspace, audio and video calling powered by Twilio,
nice.
Screen recording, and transcriptions for voice messages.
Oh, cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice if you could see a transcription of the voice message right in the chat stream.
Yeah. How many times
you send a voice message, and then a couple seconds later, boom, transcription.
Yeah, so threads in Slack, right? So obviously ChatHQ has threads. So we would just inject the transcription into the thread, because I've sent thousands of them and people are like, oh, I'm in the middle of something, I can't listen to it. Well, just read it, right? Like it's just a little thing, right? So those little tweaks. But we have so many things on 2022's development docket. We're going to have so much fun this year. We're going to be building / commands for GHL directly into ChatHQ. So you just press /GHL, add a contact, /GHL, schedule an appointment. It's going to connect directly to GHL's API. Boom, right in ChatHQ, right? Just so many little things that are just not there yet, but they're on the pipeline.
It's pretty cool. Like I love what you guys are doing, because Slack is great and it's so robust and amazing, but it's Slack, right? They don't care about Go HighLevel, right? They don't. They probably don't even know who we are. Yeah. But you guys are part of the ecosystem, so you're doing things in the mindset of an agency owner, and an agency owner who's a GHL customer. And so it's very cool, the overlap of what you can do when you combine the two.
Yeah.
And team communication is not something that I think that I've seen on our roadmap at all. So
Yeah, I've asked
who
Sean
knows,
a few
maybe-
times. He's like, just go build it, man. We're not even
Yeah.
touching it. Just do it. You'll be the guy. ChatHQ will be the thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I mean, it makes a lot of sense. A lot of people with, if you have a team, they need to communicate internally, and it can be a challenge, right? If you have multiple people sort of working on leads and whatnot,
Yep.
to just
Right.
be able to drop a note between each other. So it's
Yeah.
very cool. ChatHQ.io, you guys can check that out.
that's another one.
You're just
I'm
giving
really
Sergio
sorry.
ideas.
I'm really
got more.
sorry. Yeah, so that's another one that we're bringing probably sooner than video and voice calling even, is a chat right next to each contact for communication internally within the agency and employees, team members about that contact.
Yeah.
Like in addition to, you have notes and you have the ability to schedule appointments for that contact, but also, hey, Mary, did you notice that I updated the whatever custom field, stuff like that, and mentioning people and tagging a whole group of people into the chat, and communication around a contact scope to a contact record.
Yeah, to make it easy to digest, we're bringing ChatHQ into each individual contact card. So if you click into a contact, it'll inject chat, and you turn on the feature, it'll inject ChatHQ into like the side panel of that contact. So you and your team don't have to leave GHL, and you can have a scoped conversation about that contact right in the contact card itself. So, we'd love to get Varun's ear on how to do that without it ever breaking, but for now we have plenty of ways to do it, and we'll just have to work around, your guys' development. So
Yeah, that's interesting. I could see like being in a conversation and being able to just click and then see the contact that we're talking about. That seems pretty cool.
yeah, it's like notes. It's like notes, except real-time chat.
Right. So like if you're in ClickUp and you're looking at a task, you have a little side panel that has a stream of comments on that task. It's that same experience, except instead of a task, it's a contact in HighLevel, and the chat is powered by ChatHQ.
Yeah, it's the whole ChatHQ experience essentially in a channel.
Yeah. Got it. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, all right. We'll have the URL below the post. If I were you watching, I would go check that out just for no other reason, no other reason than to grab that free snapshot for ticketing.
Yep.
And then you've got other stuff there that they can check out, including that ultimate support bundle, which is
all kinds of
the
stuff.
modal walkthrough and the knowledge
base, and all the videos are included. So there's no upcharges. As long as you have that subscription, you get all the white label videos, all the entire knowledge base, and all the guides.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming on, guys. I'm sure we'll bring you back towards the end of the year to get an update on all the stuff that you teased today.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming back, guys, and thank you for watching. We will see you in the next one.